Example 1, twice a number is decreased by 7. This quantity is multiplied by 3. The result is 9 less than 10 times the number. What is the number? So, question being asked, what is the number? Always, anytime you see a word problem, identify before you start trying to work it out, what are you looking for? Alright, a lot of times it's pretty straightforward. What you would assume you're looking for is what you're looking for, but sometimes it isn't. Sometimes they're asking for something weird. Okay, so make sure that you see what you're being asked to find. And whatever it is you're being asked to find, if it has to do with a number or algebra in general, what is the number? Let that be your variable. Start out by defining the variable, identifying for the rest of the problem. When they say the number or a number, they're talking about the letter X in this case. N would work also if you wish to use N or whatever letter you want to use, but I like to use X. Okay? Now this is just a straightforward translate the words to make an equation, solve the equation to get the answer kind of problem. Okay? The purpose of this problem is just to work on what words mean what in math. That's its purpose. It's not going to make you a better human being to be able to do this problem. It's going to make you a better mathematician. So, what does twice mean?
2 times.
2 times. And a number is?
A number.
X. Because we've identified it, right? Anytime they say a number or the number, we're talking about X. So twice the number means 2X. Okay, the only thing that doesn't have a mathematical translation in that sentence is going to be number. That's why we gave it a translation. I mean, nice in Spanish class, if you didn't know what a word meant, you just make up a word for it. Well, for the rest of the day, the word,
nice.
Balula means happiness, and just make up stuff. I don't know, that kind of thing. So that's all I did here. I have no idea what number means, so I just named it something. X is the number. All right. Is decreased by 7 means what? Minus 7. And is decreased by isn't in the actual order type thing. If they say less than, you got to reverse the order of subtraction. That's the only weird one for subtraction. If it said 7 less than twice the number, it would be the same thing. This is 7 less than twice the number, or twice the number decreased by 7. They both make the same expression. This quantity, what's this quantity?
The whole object.
That whole object. So this whole thing is multiplied by 3. You can't multiply more than one thing unless you use parentheses. So when you want to multiply a quantity by 3, the quantity has to be encased in parentheses. Okay? The result is equals. All right, now, anytime you see a less than or greater than, because it does create that whole backward subtraction thing, the best thing to do with less than or greater than is ignore it. Okay, it's important, not yet. All right, so just remember it's there, but just don't deal with it. All right, 10 times the number, what does that look like?
10x.
10x. And then finally we get to this point where the result, meaning that stuff, is 9 less than this stuff. What's bigger? This stuff is 9 less than this stuff. What's bigger? If the result is less than 10x, this is less than 10x, this is bigger, right? So I'm going to do minus 9 from the bigger number to create the smaller number. We need to make an equation. So when you deal with a less than or greater than situation, it's real simple, honestly. This 9 less than is happening after the word is, right? So you're going to be fixing the right-hand side, less than is subtraction. Greater than would be addition. All right? So you create an equation. Once we get the equation created, now we're going to go ahead and solve the equation using whatever mathematical needs are here. Going back to solving the equation process we saw before, we distribute. Always go to the leftmost piece. Then this one I've seen a lot of you want to go 21 minus 6x. Now you've changed the order of subtraction. All right? Even though the 3 is on the right-hand side, 3 times the most left-hand piece is 6x. 3 times the next piece minus 21. Always go here first, here second. Equals 10x minus 9. I like my x term to be positive, so when I look at my coefficients of 6 and 10, 6 is smaller, I move the smaller one every time. So minus 6x plus 9, I leave on opposite sides. One little nitpicky thing here about showing your work and in being organized in your work. I see a lot of people just put -6 and not put the x on it. And it's just bad habit, okay? Anytime an x is attached to a piece, make sure the x sticks to the piece. Really create those good habits. 10x minus 6x is 4x, 21 minus 9, or negative 21 plus 9 is equal to negative 12. I subtracted these because the signs are different. 10 is bigger, so it's positive. Subtract these because the signs are different. 21 is bigger, so it's negative. Divide both sides by 4. We end up with x equaling negative 3. Okay, so just a basic word problem. Translate the words correctly, create a good equation, solve the equation, get the answer. Again, nothing important in your life here. I mean, you're not going to be like 15 years from now deciding on careers and remember this problem. I remember that one day we did that one problem about twice a number decreased by 7, so I think I should be an engineer. Or I should be a chef, whatever. It's not going to make any difference in your life, this problem, but good translation of words, knowing what words mean, when do I use parentheses, that kind of stuff. Because you know, a lot of these word problems do involve that. And if you do want to become an engineer, you have to do word problems. So a lot of times, decisions, should I use parentheses or not, come up. So